Hello everyone, welcome to this 20-minute flow. This one is going to start in a child's pose. So make your way to the back of your mat very slowly and just get yourself settled in a child's pose. You can have your toes tucked or untucked, knees like as wide as the mat. Sit your butt back. And at first we're just going to have the hands flat on the ground. Rest the forehead down. Take some big, deep breaths to start the class. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do the same thing in and out through the nose. So breathing in through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just keep that breathing in and out through the nose. You can restrict the air through the back of your throat, getting an Ujjayi breath. And on your next inhale, tent the fingers up and walk your hands out over to the right long edge of your mat. So you feel until you get a good stretch on that left side. Plant the left hand down flat at the farthest point if that feels good for you. Rest the right hand on top and just settle your head down in between your arms. Big deep breaths here. Try and open up as much space as you can in between the rib cage on the left side. On your next inhale, look up gently. And exhale, tent the fingers, walk the hands all the way over to the right side until you have a good stretch on that right side. Plant the right hand where you feel that stretch. Pop the left hand on top and just rest your head in between your upper arms. Big deep breaths here, really opening up and stretching all the muscles in between the rib cage on the right side. On your next inhale, look up and gently walk back to the center. Keep the hands tented. And one more child's pose here. You can rest the forehead down and sort of massage it on the ground. On the next inhale, look up ahead of you, plant the hands, and roll forward onto your hands and your knees. Now we're going to do some cat-cow here. So on the inhale, drop the belly down, shoulders back and down, activate the back side. Exhale, curl. Pelvis engages towards the chin. Couple more with your own breath and at your own pace. You can move around in these cat-cows too, shortening one side of the body, or you can just keep it simple. Inhale, last one, and on the exhale, tuck the toes and do this cat pose with a little lift of the knees, a couple centimeters off the floor. You can feel the core engaging here. Protract the scapula, only a centimeter or 2 off the ground with the knees. Inhale, drop the knees gently. Do another cow pose here. Lengthen up towards the sky. Exhale, tuck and push away. Knees off the ground. On the next inhale, drop into one more cow. Exhale, up into cat pose, knees lifted. Now from here, you're going to shift the weight into the left hand, lift that right arm to the sky, so you're twisting, and then sort of sit back into the heels with this twist. Inhale, lengthen, twist, twist, twist. Exhale, you're going to tuck that right hand in, scoop it through under the left armpit. So you're really twisting here. And on the next exhale, slide your right forearm down on the ground. Keep going, and you're gonna just lay down on the right side, and you're gonna swivel all the way onto your back, however gracefully or ungracefully that was. Now lift both legs up. Magnetize both big toes towards each other, and just feel the blood rushing away from your feet. Hands can be out to the side or on your belly and heart, whatever feels better for you. And on your next inhale, bend the left heel, or the left knee, so the heel is going into the butt. And you're going to scoop back and put that right leg behind you. And get that left knee into your head, if you can. And just take some big deep breaths here. The hands can just stay at your side, or they can prop up your sacrum or your lower back. Big deep breaths here. On the next inhale, you're going to roll down and exhale all along the spine. Come forward, keep that right leg straight, left knee bent, and keep that left foot sort of scooping back towards the pubic bone. Inhale, lift the arms up above you. Exhale, forward fold, so your left hand's gonna come on the inside of your left knee and aim to grab that right foot. Or you can rest the hands on the ground and just take some deep breaths here. You can put some of the hands wrapped around the finger. Wait, you can put your hands wrapped around your foot and aim for that. On the inhale, you're stretching the spine straight. Exhale, forward fold. And you can pop both hands beyond your foot if you want, whatever is comfortable here. Think about planting that left foot deeper into the ground as you're stretching forward here, so you still feel you're also getting a stretch there on that, in that hip. On your next inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, roll down forward and roll up slowly. On your next inhale, lift the hands up, straighten the spine. And on your next exhale, you're going to either bring the arms forward and then lean your body forward, dig that heel down into the ground, that right heel, until you can come up into a pistol. So that can either be just lifting by pushing that left foot into the ground and coming up, or you can put the hands forward and you're gonna go sort of forward on the weight on the left foot and lean forward into a pistol this way, if that's easier, and you can just leave that foot down if you want. Okay, so inhale, come up. Now drop the hands down in front of you. You're on the toe of your left foot, and then push, contract your body, contract, and you're gonna sweep that leg up behind you into an L pose. Hips are square, hands are down. Feel, just take in this pose, lengthening out of the left leg. And on your next exhale, drop that right leg slowly and controlled behind you onto the ground into a lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up above the head. Exhale, sink down low, keep the hips square. Engage the core, so your pelvic floor turns on. Pubic bone engages towards the belly button. Belly button magnetizes toward the spine. Belly button and the sternum are working towards each other, so you keep the rib cage closed. On your inhale, lengthen back towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold, come down.
And now from this lunge, you're gonna heel toe your foot across to the right side of your mat. Spider those hands out to the side. And on that exhale, just bend down really far down into that left knee, looking forward. Stay here, keep that right leg strong, butt is buoyant. Relax the shoulders back and down. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, slowly drop that knee down, and you're in a pigeon pose. You can untuck that back foot if you want, or keep it tucked. Inhale, hands to the side, lengthen the spine up. You can stay here, or you can exhale, forward fold into this pigeon pose. You can rest your hands on your forehead, untuck the toes, and we're gonna just be here for a few breaths. Magnetizing that, either if the toes are on the ground or they're tucked at the back, you're gonna magnetize that back activation towards the left hip. So everything's still working and turned on. So you're not gonna splay the hips open. They're gonna be sort of working towards each other, trying to keep them square. On your next inhale, put the left hand in front of you. Exhale, sweep the right arm under the left armpit, just like we did earlier when we attempted to get to the floor. However that looked for you, I'm sure it was fun. You can always go back to the whatever pigeon variation feels better for you. On your next inhale, lift that left arm up to the sky. Internally rotate the shoulder, sweep it down so it's grazing your right butt cheek. Attempt, if you can, to find that left foot and just rest here. Slow down your breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Your next inhale, lift that arm back up to the sky. Exhale, sweep it back down. Slowly come back up. So you're still in your pigeon pose. Both hands are on the floor in front of you. You're going to tuck that back toe. Push up. So you're lifted up. You're on that knife edge of your left foot. And now you're going to wiggle it back towards you as you swivel to the knife edge of your right foot as well. So you're swiveling back onto that knife edge of your right foot, and then with your hands under your shoulders and you're protracting, then just slowly drop that right hip down to the ground. You can just keep pushing out of your hands if this is a big stretch, or you can let it you can bring that left heel, walk it back closer towards your pubic bone. It'll make the stretch less intense, and you can drop the right hip. And you can just sort of either lean into that right shoulder, just supporting with the left hand, or you can sort of stay up, whatever feels better. It's just about sort of moving around and finding what feels good. On your next inhale, come back up, and you're going to put that left foot back and come into downward facing dog. Move around in this downward facing dog if it feels good, or just push through the hands, feeling all four corners of the palm into the ground. Mounds of the big toes and the pinky toes engaged, heels into the floor, bend the knees. On the next inhale, look forward and bring the knees down to the ground. Inhale, upward facing dog. Untuck the toes. No. No, no, no. Now inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, arch forward, tuck the toes under. Exhale, cat pose, lift the knees gently off the floor. Protract the scapula. On the next inhale, shift the weight into the right hand. Lift that left arm up, twist, Sit back into that right foot a little bit and bounce. And now exhale, come forward, scoop that left hand under the right armpit, drop the forearm to the ground, and keep sliding it as you push out of the right hand. Push, 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 twisting the hips, twist the hips, twist the hips as far as you can go until you eventually drop down onto the ground, rolling onto your back. Hope that was fun. And feet up to the ceiling, let the blood just fall away. Point or flex the toes. Glue those big toe mounds together so everything's engaged. On your next inhale, bend your right knee, heel comes to your butt, and then exhale, push the hips up, roll back into a plow pose, however you need to get there. Keep the hands either on the floor, or you can prop up your lower back or sacrum, push that right knee into the forehead and give it a little massage. Like really push that knee into the forehead and do some circles. It feels nice. On the next inhale, point that toe, maybe bring it off the ground, and then roll slowly. We're gonna go to sit on our butts. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Rolling, rolling, rolling all the way up. Left foot's in front of us, right heel comes into the butt. Inhale, reach the arms over the head. Push that right foot into the ground. Lean forward, heart forward. Flex the foot. Bring those arms down. They can come around that left foot or onto the ground or onto the calf, whatever feels good. Pulling if you want. And really engaging that right foot into the ground. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, roll all the way back. Now bring the arms forward. We're gonna go into that pistol again. So you can either push really, really firmly down into that right foot. So you come up and lift that leg off the ground. Or you can just really push and lean forward until you get there. And then so push up. Then we're gonna put the hands down, lean, come forward. So you're on the right toe. And then you're gonna curl your body. So if you need a rest, you can drop that left heel down, but we're gonna push through and contract the upper body and sweep that leg through. So straighten the right leg, push that left leg back, drop those hands down in front of you, hips square into this L stand. Really pushing out of that so you're not sinking into the right hip. Hips are square. And we're engaging sinking out of that pelvis. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, engage the toes and push back into a lower lunge. Really slowly, like you're moving through honey. Drop back into that lunge. Inhale, lift the arms above the head. Exhale, gently sink down. You can bend that back leg if it helps you engage the pelvis and the pelvic floor. And sink down as far as you can. Now inhale, breath arching back towards the sky. Exhale, come down forward, plant both the hands. We're gonna do the forward fold, so we are going to walk that right foot towards the left hand, come onto the knife edge, bring both hands out, tent the fingers, lean forward, look forward, and then bend into that right hip. Keep that left leg engaged, butt is buoyant. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, go deeper. Now inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're gonna come into pigeon, so maybe you need to walk the foot over a little bit more. Gently, gently lower the pelvis onto the ground. Untuck that back toe if it feels good for you. Shimmy however you need to be comfortable. And then once you're ready, inhale, straight spine. Exhale, heart leads, forward fold into your pigeon. Those toes, the left toes, whether they're tucked or untucked, you want to magnetize it towards your right hip.
to keep everything engaged. Keep the hips facing forward. On your next inhale, actually, let's take a couple more. Just deep breaths here, doing whatever is most comfortable for you. Okay, now, on this inhale, bring that right hand in front of you, plant it into the ground so you can feel yourself pushing out. And now, left hand sweeps under, forearm to the ground. Rest your head down if you can access it. You can always go back to the earlier poses if this is not comfortable. On the next inhale, lift that arm up towards the sky, internally rotate the shoulder, sweep it down so it goes over your left butt cheek, and see if you can maybe find the foot, even if you're just tickling your heel like I am right now, and just take some deep breaths in this very deep twist. And really just come out of it at your own pace now. Pop both hands in front of you and push up gently, gently, gently. Now you're going to tuck that back left toe, lift your hips up off the ground, walk that right heel sort of back towards you. So it's like a little bit awkward, but you shimmy it down. Now we're twisting onto the knife edge of our left foot. So we're gonna go towards the right side of the mat. Plant both hands down, wiggle that foot back, what's most comfortable, so you can sort of sink that left hip down into the ground. And you can either sort of push up and bounce back down, you can stay in one spot, you can sink into that left shoulder and just chill here, keeping the feet active. You can put all your weight on the hip, or you can keep it sort of buoyant, whatever works. On the next inhale, plant both hands down. We're coming out of this pose, back onto both toes, and push into downward facing dog. Big deep breath, sigh, whatever you need to do. We are done. On the next inhale, look forward, up onto the toes, bend the knees, come down to the floor, sitting on the heels, toes tucked or untucked, palms facing the sky, roll the shoulders back and down, shut down the eyes. Thank yourself for doing 20 minutes of movement. If you want to finish the class laying flat on your back in shavasana, go ahead. Feel everything, notice everything, and let it all be. Thank you for joining me today.